everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie Jacobsen. I am 19 years old from Norway and I will be participating in the Cultural Representative Program at Walt Disney World in Florida. So if you don't follow any of my social media, you will not know that I am moving to Florida this summer, representing Norway in the Norwegian Pavilion in Epcot for a year. I'm so excited for this program to start, and I thought that I would do the DCP/CRP TAG. The tag is originally made for Disney College program participants, but I thought that I would answer the questions to let you guys a little bit more about the program and how I found the application process, and hopefully you guys are excited as me to follow my journey. I am making this video right now because I am going to be vlogging and making videos during my program. So if you guys want to follow my journey, I highly suggest that you guys are clicking that subscribe button down below. And let's get started with the DCP/CRP tag. First question is, how did you hear about the program? And last year I was an exchange student in Michigan, and my host family kindly enough took me on an adventure to Disney, and I knew that there was a Norwegian pavilion and I knew that Norwegians were working there, but I didn't know how you applied. So when we went there, actually a couple Norwegians said to me that, oh, I think you should apply, like it's a lot of fun. But I was kind of set that when I was finished with school that I would go to college. In November last year, I just decided to apply because I was kind of, not sick of school, but I was kind of still seeking adventure after my exchange year. Like, I could never get enough of adventure. So I decided to apply, and yeah, that's how I heard about the program. Question number 2 is, how was the interview process? I applied in November of 2018, and I actually didn't hear from Disney until December, I think, that I was scheduled for an interview in February. And then in February I flew down to Oslo to have an in-person interview with a recruiter. That was a lot of fun actually. We had like a presentation first about the program and what we were allowed to do and not allowed to do, and then afterwards we had a one-on-one person interview. And I actually feel like my one-on-one person interview went really well, and I think that if I would not have gotten the job I would be really sad because I think it was a lot of fun. So 3 days later after my interview I got an email saying that I was accepted. Question 3 is, where were you when you found out? And the recruiter actually said that we would get to know like in the next week if we were accepted or not. So I was kind of waiting, like she said like the end of next week, so I was like not thinking that it would happen so quickly, but actually 3 days later I got an email saying congratulations, and I was actually sitting on my bed. It was late because if you know that from Florida it's a 6-hour time, is it 6 hours? A 6-hour time difference, so I was about to go to bed, but I was sitting on my bed, and I have my email on my computer, so I get like notifications on my computers. And I actually think that I was watching Disney videos when I got an email, and it just said congratulations, and I was not expecting to get an email that quickly, so I was really happy. And I told my mom, and it was late, so I couldn't really tell a lot of people, but I like called my family and told them, and yeah. Question number 4 is, what is your role? And for the Cultural Representative Program for Norway, there is actually only 3 roles. So it's attractions, the Frozen Ever After attraction, merchandise, and food and beverage. I actually always wanted merchandise because I feel like that is the role that I can interact the most with people and tell about my culture and represent Norway in a good way. And merchandise is actually the role that I got, so I will be working in merchandise. Question number 5 is, how many roommates do you want, or have you found your roommates? And no, I have not found roommates. I haven't really been searching though. My move-in date is July 8th, so it's an international date, so it's only international students starting on July 8th. So I will not be living with any Americans, which is really sad. I really hope that I would be living with Americans, but that's fine. And I am hoping for either a 4, 6, or 8 person apartment. I don't want bunk beds, so but if you start July 8th and you want a roommate, just hit me up and yeah, maybe we can be friends. Question number 6 is, what will you miss the most while being on the program? And I actually think that I have a huge advantage because I was in exchange student last year, so I've already been away from friends and family for a year. But I still think that I will miss friends and family a lot. Obviously it's going to be a lot different this time around because I'm not going to have a host family that I'll be living with. So I kind of have to do everything on my own, and that's going to be kind of weird. I don't know. I also think that I'll miss a lot of Norwegian candy and chocolates, but I'm lucky enough to be working in merchandise, so I know I will be selling a lot of Norwegian chocolates and candy. So if you want to try Norwegian candy, just hit me up in the merchandise shop and I'll make sure you get to try some. Question number 7 is, what is your favorite Disney park? And oh my god, I don't know how to answer this question because I have different favorite parks for everything. My favorite park for rides is definitely Animal Kingdom. I love Expedition Everest and I love Flight of Passage. I guess if I have to choose a favorite park, I will choose Magic Kingdom because they have a lot of good attractions, a lot of good places to eat, and of course my favorite nighttime show is Happily Ever After, and I can't wait to be watching it a lot for the next year. But I think that after my program that Epcot will have a special place in my heart, and I am guessing that after my program Epcot will be my favorite park. Question number 8 is, what is the first thing you're going to do when you get down there? And I'm actually flying down there a couple days before with a group of girls from Norway, and we will be staying near Disney Springs, so I guess we will just get to know the area, go to Disney Springs, maybe go park hopping. I know that is very common to do on your first days because you're not allowed into the parks yet. And I definitely think that in the beginning I have to get used to the heat because, as maybe you know, Norway is a pretty cold country and it does not very often get up in the 80s and 90s, and that is pretty much what Florida is. A lot of heat and sun. So I guess that's probably going to be the biggest difference and the thing that I have to get used to the most. Number 9 is, what is your number 1 thing on your bucket list? And I actually haven't made a bucket list yet. I probably should. But I guess just making the most out of my time being there. It is a year. I know that I'm going to be there for a year, and being there for a year is a long time. But I also know that I'm going to miss it when I leave, so I just gonna make the most out of my year. And I'm also going to get a Universal annual pass because going to the Disney parks isn't enough. And the last question is, what are you hoping to take away from your program? And I just hope to make a lot of memories and a lot of friends. And I hope that I will have an amazing year, and I'm really excited. So if you want to follow me on my Disney journey, make sure to subscribe, and I will have my social media linked down below if you want to follow me there too. And also, if you're starting July 8th with a July 2nd, 2020 departure date, hit me up if you want to be roommates. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a magical day!